Hey guys, this is Amy with Stick with the Plan. I've got some friends today. We're talking about never alone. Stay right here. So glad you joined me today. I'm thinking about never alone. Now, if you can remember growing up, I have a story. This is when I was 16 years old. My sister and I had planned this excursion to the Huntington Mall. She's 5 years younger than me, and I had just gotten my license. So that we're so excited. We go to the mall, we grab a few things, and on our way home, we notice that a car is following us. Every time I look in the rearview mirror, it's the same car. Well, we go through Ashland, we've been over the bridge, we're going into our little town of Flatwoods, and in our neighborhood, they're still right behind us. Finally, they turned off. So we pulled in our driveway and got our things in the house. And a couple minutes had passed, and we were up in the kitchen, and in that living room on that second floor of this house, it was all glass, all windows. So we're in there, and when the lights are on at night, you could see right through that room. So we're in there just talking about what had happened and what we had gotten there, and I hear this boom, 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 went all the way across the windows, like someone was banging on them. And we were up on the second level, so it was just the tops of their hands that went around, and we screamed. We were so upset. I thought, who would do that? I looked out in the driveway, there were no cars, and immediately I thought about the car that had followed me all the way from West Virginia over the bridge into Flatwoods. Who is this? And I had some things. I thought some people were stalking me, and they had just seen too many scary movies. So I was just paranoid about this. So I remember I went over to the phone, and I knew they could see me because it was all glass, the lights are on, and I was like, I'm gonna call the police, who is it? And I saw my uncle across from the windows. I could see over into his yard. He was our neighbor, and he was having a big bonfire. So I'm trying to call the house, but they're all outside over there. And I think someone's out there gonna try to kill us, and I can't get a hold of anyone. I didn't want to call the police, but I thought, well, I guess I'm gonna have to. And finally, I said, I'm just gonna call the police, really loud, and I knew they could hear me outside. So finally, after 10 minutes of this terror I was in, I find out that it was my boyfriend at the time, my now husband, Jay Adkins, and his cousin Steven had come over to really scare us, and it worked. And when I think about that time, I think, I was freaking out because I was all alone. It was just me there taking care of my younger sister. I didn't have my dad there or my mom. If my dad was there, I would have been like, who cares? We got crazy neighbors, they're banging on the windows. Because I was all alone, man, all this fear and terror just was on the inside of me. I thought I was by myself. And I think that goes right along with, I heard recently that 1 out of 4 people are on an antidepressant or, something to help them with their depression because they feel the weight of the world. They feel like they are all alone. Phrases like, you've got this, or you go, or, you're the boss. They said all these phrases of encouragement have worked against people. They're like, no, I don't got this. It would be easier on people if we told them, hey, I'm with you, you're not alone, you can do this project. But we don't say that. We say, you got it, you go, you do that. And people are overwhelmed thinking, I don't have this at all. And then we see in the Word of God in the book of Joshua in chapter 1, and it talks about there that first one when he's kind of freaking out, Moses is gone, and he's saying, how am I supposed to fill his shoes and go on over into the promised land? And the Lord encourages him. He says, now be of good cheer. Don't be dismayed. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. I love that because God encourages throughout the Word. Many times you say, do not fear. He says, why? Because I'm with you. So don't ever be in that place of being overwhelmed when you think, I don't have this. Don't worry, you don't have to. You're not alone. You think, Amy, I've got a big project. I've got a big calling on my life. I'm in a big, place in my career. Right? This has to go right for me. Well, you're not doing it by yourself. You're not alone. You've got Him. When my mother-in-law left, when she went on to heaven, I felt a little extra pressure because we had always ministered together. She was always pulling me along in ministry. And I went right back to that first chapter of Joshua, and I read it, and the Lord told me, everywhere where it says Moses, put in the word Marianne. So I did that. I read through that, and it says, now, as I was with Moses, so will I be with you. I read it to myself. So as I was with Marianne, so will I be with you, Amy. And that gave me such encouragement. It really helped me to be of good cheer, to know He wasn't going to leave me or forsake me. That's the same with you and the plans He has for your life. He's right there with you. You are never alone. Thanks for joining me and the cows out here in the field today. We love hearing what God is doing in your life. You are part of our team. You're getting this good news out each time you share it with new friends. You know, if this is encouraging you, it'll probably encourage them as well. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're on Facebook, like this page, because each week we are bringing you a brand new video. I'll see you again.